Hey guys, hey, how are ya? I'm Jay, and today we're going to go ahead and look at a damn handsome Nemesis Knives MPR2. So let's get started by talking about some of the features first, and then we'll get into what I like about this knife, some of the potential deal breakers, and make sure, guys, that you stick around until the end because I will display the full specs for you on the screen. Now, this knife has actually an interesting backstory to it. Now, MPR, that stands for Mar Private Reserve. Yes, Mar Knives. This is from a collection of a series of knives that were based on, I guess, hundreds of previously unknown designs, Mar designs that were owned by the Mar family. Now, Mar's wife, Ann Mar, apparently she passed away in 2017. Right before then, a designer by the name of Jeff Hall had purchased all of the knife designs, or some of them, excuse me, purchased some of the knife designs that she had inherited. Because apparently, Mrs. Mar wanted her husband's unseen designs to be used and enjoyed by collectors and ultimately sold. More recently now, yes, Kershaw, it seems like has lately been doing some collaboration stuff with the Mar family as well, because they have their own little Mar series of knives. So let's talk about, this is the Nemesis Knives MPR2, which happens to be, it's a manual action liner lock with a blade that's riding on caged ball bearing system. Deployment is accomplished with just only the flipper tab that you see here. The blade, 3.375 inches long, and that's going to be 3 millimeters thick of VG10 blade steel. So yeah, that's pretty good stuff. The handle is 4.6 inches long, and the thickness, it is under ½ inch at 0.46. Now the closed width, so how much room this is going to occupy in your pocket, is about 1.35 inches. So that's not too bad. If we flip this over and look at the back side, you can see it is completely open construction with just those 3 black barrel spacers. Now let me go ahead and grab the scale. Let's see how much this is going to weigh you down. Now, before I go ahead and throw this up on the scale, just want to show you guys, see if you could see that right there. Yep. Those liners have been skeletonized, both liners actually. All right, let's see. 5.1 ounces, which is going to be roughly the equivalent of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, 6 AA batteries, or let's throw the ZT0562 on there. So it's a little less than the 0562. Why don't we go ahead and bring in some other knives, just so you guys can get an idea of the true size that we're working with here today. But first, you can also, there is one other version of this, and it comes in a black G10 with a Tonto shaped blade. And you know what, as long as I have it out, the 0562, ZT of course, and let's do the Spyderco PM2. How about the Cold Steel American Lawman? Wow, almost exactly the same size as the Lawman. And let's do one more. This one's going to be a little bit smaller though, the, of course, Benchmade Bug Out. All right, let's go ahead and talk about what I really like about this knife. And I'm going to start with the handle scales. I do really like the green G10 up against these carbon fiber bolsters. And if you notice, there is no gap at all. So they did an excellent job of fitting these two pieces together. I really like this blade shape. I mean, it's just a hollow ground, you know, it's a traditional drop point shape with a satin finish. And I like these barrel spacers. At first, when I took this out of the box and looked at it, I was like, holy crap, there's no barrel spacers down there. Yeah, they're just black. Very nice. Nice touch. Now, I've got to admit here, guys, the action is just fantastic. I mean, it really is. Look at that. Falls shut and everything. And you know what? There's a couple reasons for that. Of course, the ball bearing pivot, the detent is ridiculously strong. And check out that flipper location. How it's like just below the pivot. That really helps that action. The centering is perfect. Dead center. Now when the blade is deployed, it looks like it's locking up at about 25%. And now Nemesis Knives, they did a really good job with this sharpening choil. Yep, no beard or anything sticking out. So that looks really nice. The traction from these G10 scales is actually pretty decent, and there is definitely some effective jimping on the blade spine, on the flipper, and on the liner lock. I am not at all concerned about my hand, you know, slipping forward while using this knife. Now, I do like that this pocket clip is a deep carry one, and there are absolutely no problems with this in the pocket regarding like the closed width and the thickness. Unfortunately, now we have to talk about some of the potential deal breakers, and the first one I want to point out is look at the scales, not the liners, but look at the G10 and the carbon fiber. Yes, it's like paper towel thin. I mean, I know it's going to be fine, but that was one of the first things that I noticed about this knife. The ergos are not too good. I mean, the shape of, I guess the shape of the handle is fine. I mean, with that little palm swell, finger swell there, but there are just too many darn sharp edges. I mean, on the handle corners, on the sides of the flipper, basically everywhere that there is cut metal exposed is a sharp edge. Yeah, they did no chamfering, all on the liners, on the up here and on the bottom. Yeah, every place that there is cut metal exposed. That's quite a bit. The pocket clip is just it's just a cheapo, you know, throw it on at the last minute kind of clip. And it is going to be just tip up only, which is fine, but there is absolutely no lefty option. I spoke a little bit earlier about the black barrel spacers, and I really do like those. But, you know, if you're going to take the time for that attention to detail, then why not make the screws black, or at least on the carbon fiber bolster? That would have looked so nice. Regarding those black barrel spacers, I want to show you guys this. Now you see that? That is where the last barrel spacer is. So there's nothing here at the pommel, down towards the pommel end. Nothing at all. I mean, not even at the corner. So there's just no support on this whole last part of the knife. I mean, again, I'm sure it'll be fine, but I've never seen that before. I mean, not even on the corner. And the liners, these liners are ridiculously thick. I mean, they are, look at that. I mean, they're almost as thick as the blade itself. I mean, was that, is that really necessary? Probably not. And the presentation of this knife was just as awful. Now, I usually could care less about the box. Seriously, I really don't care about the box. But as soon as I got this knife, I saw the box and I was like, oh boy. Oh man. I knew that it was going to be crap. I mean, there is no paperwork, nothing about the knife, no warranty information, not on the box or on the website, which happens to be Nemesis-Knives.com. Yeah, no warranty anywhere. So I'm just going to go ahead and assume that there is not one. That's terrible. Especially when you guys hear how much this cost. Anybody guesses? $100. Yeah, this is a $100 knife. Excuse me. It's a knife that's sold for $100. This is not a $100 knife. This is barely a $50 knife. And unfortunately, on Blade HQ's website, they say that the clip is titanium. It isn't. It's magnetic. So that's just regular old stainless steel. And you know what? It's too bad because I really like this knife. I love the looks of it. I like the blade shape. I do like a blocky kind of looking handle. But for $100 and this many issues, I mean, well, really, I should thank them because now this is going to go ahead and generate a knife hack video because, of course, I've got to sand this stuff down. I've got to round these corners. I've got to try and do some chamfering. For $100, that's a lot of work on a $100 knife, isn't it? Don't you guys think so? So you guys don't go away because actually you should be looking at the specs right now. Maybe pause and read. Gosh, and you know what? It's too bad because I really wanted to like this knife, but unfortunately I can't recommend it. Maybe if the price changed and they were selling it at about $40, sure. Heck, yeah, why not? VG10, ball bearing pivot. Thanks you guys for stopping by today and letting me talk knives with you. And hey, I will see you guys at the next video. You guys take care. See ya.